So we are live now with episode 2 of Hoard of the Dragon Queen with these magnificent players. So last week we left off with last week what happened was the party discovered the town of Greenest was being raided by a dragon and its cult. They managed to save a family. Open up a secret tunnel, which resulted in Sarosh almost dying after that. Then they headed off towards a mill which was being set on fire, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Which Sorrow discovered was a trap, and they decided to split up. Because what's the worst that can happen? Whoa, I did not turn off my alerts. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to turn off my alerts. Hold on a second. That really hurt my ears. Does anyone else want to cover anything I missed while I quickly turn off these alerts? And thank you, whoever that was. I knew I was meant to do something.
Nope, I think you covered it.
We hit Cobalt and they died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you also captured someone and interrogated them.
Yeah, and I scared them into telling them what they knew.
Let's save those settings because that hurt. Oh. That was you, Jeanette, which caused that. The host. Cheers for the host. Hey, Albie. Okay, now, back to the game. So, we have Danon and Sarosh were going to hide in a building, like a farmhouse, correct? While...
Preferably like stone.
Yeah, we can say you find a stone one. No, they live near a dragon, so... And Sorrow and Zaya were going back to the group of cultists to inform them.
Dressed as cultists.
Yes. Yep.
To inform them that you found the heroes resting. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And now is the perfect time for an ambush.
Okay, so we will start off with Sorrow and Zaya.
So we casually stroll back toward the group that I saw by the mill. And as we come close enough for them to see us, I raise a hand in greeting.
Hello.
Hello.
You found them yet? Are they coming?
I collected another one of our number who they tell me that... What did you say? They're holed up somewhere nearby?
Yes, the heroes are holed up by a farmhouse.
Okay. Is it far away? Like, do they think we're going to be setting this place on fire?
I don't think that they realize what you're doing. I think it looks like they've sort of hunkered down to refresh themselves, and they're not armed at the moment. Their weapons are down. They're collecting and bandaging any wounds. It might be a good time to maybe go ambush them.
Can I get a... This be persuasion or deception? I'll let you choose which one you want to do.
I mean, if I had to choose, Sarah would want to try to persuade them. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I could just give you help so you can have advantage. If it's me doing it, then I would do deception because I have +5 deception.
Do you want to lie to them?
I can.
I'll help you lie to them.
Okay.
First roll of the night. Yeah, I'll tell them that I agree with my fellow cultists, we should probably ambush them. That's a 15.
Like one of the cultists, the one which has really been like leading the group, just
Oh wait,
stares,
I have advantage. That's a 19 now.
stares straight. It's not going to change. He's going to be staring you dead in the eye, looking for any flicker or waver of. Smart
So it
idea.
says a straight face.
He rolled a 14, so you had made it on the first time.
Forgot I had advantage.
He's going. Smart idea. With that, he runs over to the mill, quickly sticks his head in, and you just hear him whisper something to someone, and then they close the door and lead the way.
It's back this way. And we will turn and head back in the direction of our party members that are lying in wait.
Remember, Siraj told us to not be any of the first, 2 or 3 people at the door?
Mm-hmm.
So just in case. Let's not be those people.
Okay.
So as we get closer, remembering that, I'm gonna say which of us are the sneakiest, because in my chainmail that I'm wearing, I tend to make a little noise. Sneakier people should go ahead of us.
The cultist which has been doing all this talking to you at this point, I just got, this isn't our first rodeo, okay? We know how to kill people trapped inside of a building.
Fair enough. You are the more talented ones. I'm mostly here for helping to carry things and to do what I can as a support.
Clearly. And so Danon and Siraj, we're going to cut over to you. You've managed to find a little farmhouse made of stone, thatch roof. General layout, you walk in, you got like little dining area, kitchen off to one side. It's all close to just one room, but kind of divided with like no doors really. It's not the most fanciest house. Anything in particular you want to set up first?
I want to look for a backdoor or escape exit, and then I want to try and like crudely like block any windows with like tables or chairs or something, so they can't come from the direction we don't want them to.
Okay. So you're spending this time blocking everything up?
And just crudely and quickly, not doing the best job. I just want it blocked off so we can kind of set an ambush, and I'll kind of stand behind the door or beside the door.
So they can't see in either?
Yeah.
Alright, and Danon?
I want to take anything that I can find that's maybe only 2 feet high, because that's almost my height. And I want to move it to a corner, because I'm going to set my crossbow on it and use it for cover as I fire from the opposite corner that the door is in. So I'm going to try it. So I don't know if I can find a chest, small couch, dining table, or like a little coffee table, or anything that's like 2.5 to 3 feet tall, and I'll fire from behind it if I can.
If it's too tall, I can make it small. I can make it shorter for him.
Yeah, that'd be perfect too.
You managed to find a, we'll say a chest. Generally what they just throw in any of their farming tools. Not most they don't have like the space to hang it all up, so they just have a chest where they put all in, especially when it's really dirty. So you move that to the corner. Is this so you can see the door?
Yeah, so I'll put it in the opposite, wherever the door is, I'll be in the opposite corner, and then I'll put my crossbow down as if it's sitting in front of me, so it provides some cover, and I can shoot at the door.
Okay. And you guys didn't organize any word to say, no code word, this is amazing. Okay.
I mean, I have message.
Nope. I said I'm killing the first thing that walks through this door, so make sure it's not you.
They
That
can heal.
That was our organization.
We'll hear the chainmail. Our symbol is the chainmail. So if we don't hear that, we're okay.
Okay, so as we're going to cut back to the other two, and as you arrive at the place, you notice it is a little bit darker than what it was when you first got there. You can tell that someone's blocked the windows, which you two would know is your group. I just need to do a quick check of... Okay, so the first cultist walking up turns around to you, Zaya, and asks, how did you see them?
The windows weren't blocked before. I think they just blocked them.
So you think maybe they saw you and know that we're coming?
I don't think so. I think they might just be... Now, my theory is that if they're trying to lick their wounds, they don't want anybody to attack them. I made sure they didn't see me.
Do you want to open the door then?
Sure, I can open the door.
Okay. So the cultists go either side of the door, so you got two cultists and Sorrow one side, another two cultists and the guard on the other.
I can open it with, I think, 1 second. Let me see if I have this. Oh no, I don't have it. I don't have Mage Hand. It could just be like fire. Okay. Is it a push or pull door?
Pull.
Pull? Okay. So, I'm gonna let them know I'm not the best at combat, so I can open the door for you, but you probably should attack first. So,
It'll be fine. Open the door, charge in, attack the first thing you see.
What are you guys gonna be doing? This doesn't feel fair. Just saying.
We'll be
I
coming
have
in
those
after you. We
experience.
open and then we all charge in.
Is this some kind of hazing because I'm a newbie? Is that it?
Can we
Doesn't
hear
sound
this
fair.
conversation going on outside?
Can I get perception
hope so.
checks?
Those what?
Perception checks, please.
6 plus 3 of 9.
13. It was a 14 minus 1 that I rolled.
Oh, you and your minus ones. Amazing. Do you have anything that's positive?
How dare you, Barry? How dare you?
So, as they're telling Zaya to open the door, Sorrow is going to kind of be looking over everything and then go, "Oh, wait, if you're concerned, come here for a moment. I have something that you could use if you attack." And I'm gonna start like I'm reaching in my bag when I have Zaya come over, and then I'm gonna just look down in my bag, and then I'm gonna look back at the door, and I'm going to use thaumaturgy to throw open the door while Zaya is with me. Because all it takes is a verbal component, so I'm just going to be like, open.
Oh my god.
Okay. That's what we're doing.
How many other cultists are here?
You have 4 cultists, 1 guard. Back to the
Oh, they're
perception
all
checks.
coming with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rosh, you didn't hear any of the conversation. You're probably too in the motion of, as soon as that door opens, I'm swinging at the first thing that comes through. Danon, you heard bits and pieces of it. So you know they're there, but not exactly what their plan is. So are you guys readying an action?
Can I whisper to to Sarash that they're here?
They're here.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready in action. It's, like I said, the first thing that walks through the door, I'm swinging at.
And Danon, your action readying is...
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the first enemy that walks through the door. I mean, I have night vision, so it's not like I'm not going to know who walks through the door.
Okay. So the
So,
first enemy.
Yeah.
First enemy for Danon, first person for Surosh. I love Surosh.
I have dark vision as well, but I'm like right beside the door. So as soon as they come in, they'll see me just as quickly. Like it's a lot faster of an interaction. You have time to kind of see and shoot.
I just assume the cultists have like hoods, so like the hide faces, and that's why they don't know who's who.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to surprise. I'm trying to just shoot. So if it goes off my initiative instead of like a surprise round, I'm good with that. I think Sirash is trying to get that surprise attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Discord I just sent you the cultist outfit. So these all look pretty fancy with the mask and everything.
Not gonna lie, Zaya's, they're kind of into this.
Okay, so Sorrow has opened the door by saying open. And the side you're on is the side of the door open, so you kind of have two cultists, then the door blocking you from the other two in the guard.
I attempt to look surprised that the door has flung open.
What?
The guard sticks his head around the corner of the doorway and looks in to see what, and then just tries to stealthily walk in. So for you, Danon and Sarash, you see someone who doesn't look like a cultist step in through the front.
I'm just like I said. I'm swinging at the first thing.
Okay.
I gave my allies the heads up, so I'm hoping that they were smart enough not to step in first.
Okay.
That's what I'm going on. Do we get advantage on the attack or just regular attack because they're more paranoid?
Regular, because they are prepared for people inside.
Nat 20 plus 7.
Nat 20 plus 7.
To 27.
Okay. Yeah, hit. What can I say?
Better than my perception roll.
Can we get some damage?
So is the person that walks through the door a human?
Yes.
Not anymore.
Okay.
18, 25,
Chain
30.
shirt, shield, spear. Is it a horizontal swing or a vertical swing?
Do I have room for a thing? If not, just across. Because I mean, I'm fairly large and
Oh, yeah.
big, so probably coming across.
Okay, so you've sliced them in half at the waist because they have 11 health, and you did 30. So, like a hot knife through butter.
Orcs do a lot of damage on criticals.
Yeah, it kind of sucks for me. With that, we're going to roll initiative.
I rolled a natural 20 for initiative.
Glad somebody did. I had a 5 plus 1.
23 in total.
So plus, I have a total of 6. Can't
I
win.
hit
I've got a 5.
Oh god.
Danon?
15 minus 1 is a 14.
Okay, why did... Okay, so Zaya, we have you going first.
Who's around me?
You have two cultists and Sorrow. So it's Sorrow, cultist, and there is a door separating those three against the wall from the other two cultists.
Okay. So I have two cultists on my side and Sorrow.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a poison spray at them. And I'm gonna need a con save of 13 from them.
Con save of 13.
Yeah. Please don't save.
Constitution is a 11.
Okay. Okay, let me roll that down. That's a total of 5 points of damage
5 points of damage
at one
to
of them.
on your side.
Yeah, on my side.
Okay. So you pretty much like, what is it? Just like a pocket sand? You're like, achoo.
Fuck it, man. Oops, it's poison spray. My bad. Yeah, just kind of like tap them on the shoulder and just as they turn around, spray it at their face.
It's an oops poison spray, like you trip. Oh, sorry.
Oops, all
Oh,
poison.
my bad.
All poison, no
You guys
spray.
don't sneeze poison? That's weird.
Ouch. Dannon.
Yeah, so my gnomish eyes in dark vision, can I see any targets out through the door? Or.
They're all standing
not
to the side of it right now.
All right, so then I will hold my action for once I see a enemy step through the door or peek to try to look in the door, and then I will fire my crossbow. So held action.
I could have held my action.
Yeah, you could
Done
have.
that. Yeah.
Instead, Cultist 1, who you poison sprayed in the face, is going to scream out, "Traitor!" and try and...
It was a sneeze. You guys don't sneeze poison?
And he's going to try and attack you with his scimitar.
Yep. I'll take it.
Oh, you will take it, because that's a 19.
Oh, yep. I have 8 hit points.
And they just did 4 damage to you.
I had 8 hit points.
Cultist, the other cultist on this side, I'm going to get him to do a insight check to see exactly who's, like, what's happening, because he didn't see...
I would just pretend I'm the only traitor.
And yeah, they kind of got a 16, so...
That's okay.
They're going to ready their action at both of you. Both Zaya and the initial cultist which attacked her. Because they're not sure exactly who is the traitor. They know one of you is, they're not sure which one, and they don't want to attack the wrong one, because you both look as messed up as each other. Cultist on the other side is going to run into the building. Just notice that if it walks in slow, last time the person got cut in half, so maybe if we run in fast. So, can I get an attack from you, Dan?
Alright, so light crossbow, I get a +1. Ooh, I roll a 3.
Yeah.
So 2 + 1 is 3.
You have the worst luck. Guy runs in, crossbow bolt flies way over his head. He notices where that comes from, and he charges you, and swings away.
Does he technically provoke because it goes through my squares?
Yes, he just doesn't see you. So you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
17 plus 7, 20.
Yeah, it hits. Damage?
4 plus 5, 9.
That is their health. How are you doing this? And you kill him.
All part of the plan.
So one cultist runs in, crossbow bolt goes above his head, looks at the gnome, starts charging with the scimitar raised up, and takes an axe to the back of their neck. And then drops and slides, and you just see your little chest bit, which you were hiding behind, move a bit as he hits. The fourth cultist is the one which has been doing all the talking. He's gone, this is not going in my favor.
I say to Siraj, this is the old 1-2. This is a great plan. I love it.
Teamwork.
And this guy charges in as well, because it's all within 6 seconds, so he was right behind the guy. So, Let me do a quick perception check, see if he picked up. No, he did not pick up on Sarash.
There might be 2 dead bodies now, like in the doorway. So is he
One
gonna trip
slid,
over them,
one slid
or-
towards you. The other one's in half, and like he knows, he sees the other dead body, and he sees you straight away, so he's going for you. And does a... I don't think a 9's going to hit you.
I have a 13 AC. I don't know if you want to give me anything for the cover that I'm hiding behind, but I got a 13 AC.
With your dex, a 9 might hit sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, no, the 9 doesn't hit in the first place, so you probably duck, and as he swings down, it hits the chest, and he uses like the rest of his action to like unlodge said weapon from the chest. Sarash, you have just seen a third person run past you.
Okay, I'm gonna move over and swing at the back. Swing my axe at them.
Okie doke.
11 plus 7, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
5 plus 5 is 10.
That kills him. So do you just like tap him on the shoulder, and he turns around, and all he sees is you swinging your axe?
Do do do.
Never turn your back on the orc.
And Sorrow, right outside, you've
Well-
had... I'll go on, Sarash.
I am gonna step outside and kind of make a loud, aggressive roar kind of thing that I can't, as a person,
Do,
vocalize.
but as an orc you can. Your character can do what you can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
So
step in
I am stepping outside a little bit.
and doing a massive roll. Sorrow, you notice a slight little look of concern in the other 2 cultists. Especially after hearing that roar just on the other side of a really flimsy wooden door. Like, I'm picturing this door's got... It's not proper planks, like you can see through it.
I'm going to stand so they're both within 5 feet of me, and I'm going to hit them both with radiant energy from my Word of Radiance. So they need Constitution saving throws.
This is the worst cantrip in the fucking world. Turn double
That
one.
is the best cantrip. I think after seeing it in play, I have a lot more respect for it.
It's
Congo.
good early levels.
Yeah, it's gonna lose a little bit later, but right now it's fantastic.
Okay, so the poisoned one got an 8, and
Okay.
the one which is just readying their action for any side of betrayal got a 20.
So he'll make it so he won't take any damage, but the poison one will take 5 points of radiant damage.
What does it look like when you kill them with this?
It's this silvery moonlight bursts out, and you can't see them for a second, and then when it comes back, you just see this guy go.
Okay. So the cultist with his ready to action for any sign of betrayal did just get bathed in that light as well and felt something, so he's going to swing at you.
I'm going to try to interpose my shield between us.
He rolled 3, so a 6 to hit.
As his weapon clatters off my shield, I say, "You chose the wrong time of day to attack this town. My goddess protects them now."
And Zaya, back to you.
I'm gonna tell everyone to like not to kill him, to leave him for questioning, but to like knock him out. And I'm gonna. I only have spells, so I'm just gonna use my spells. Another poison spray at them.
Okay.
Where's my dice?
So they rolled a 4 on whatever save they've got to do.
It's a con save of 13. Alright, I don't have to roll for that. So it's a d12. So that's 9.
Okay, so you've got don't kill him, let's keep him captured
Can I like
for...
hold back a little?
Nope. Don't kill him. We need to keep him captured so we can get information. Poison spray, and you poison him so he just starts. Yeah.
All you hear them say is just like, fuck.
And you killed him.
No.
Combat done.
I lean down and check his pulse and look up at Zaya and say, he's dead.
I'm going to imagine one of you two is going to say that the enemies are dead, so I don't, because you guys are dressed like cultists.
Oh. They're all dead.
I'll
Or
take off
not.
my mask.
Can I move to search the half body and the two dead ones in the house, and then kind of
Yes.
half shout out, "Is there more?" as I'm searching through their bodies and their pockets and stuff in the little farmhouse.
Certainly. Okay, so what you find on the two closest to you is pretty much same as what you found on the last cultist. Leather armor, the outfit, and scimitars. So one scimitar, one leather armor per person. And on the guard, you managed to find a chain shirt, a spear, and a shield. Looks like these people weren't in charge of the whole looting the place.
See, if you had a full set of chain mail, I wouldn't have cut him in half. I went right under the belly of the shirt.
I'll just pile the weapons up, like stack them next to the things, and then I'll go outside and tell them that I didn't find anything as I go and check to see what's going on outside.
But inside the house, you find family photos, their savings.
Steal the family's riches.
Haha!
All 7 copper.
So I'm pretty sure that there are more of them back inside the mill. This one, and I point at the leader, kind of around the corner, he leaned in the door and said something to someone before we walked away.
Well, we have more disguises that you guys could wear.
Except maybe that one outfit that's in 2 pieces.
Did they have 3-foot cultists?
Unfortunately, no.
You
Maybe
could wear
in the
one that
future.
got cut in half.
That was a guard, so they didn't have the cultist
Oh.
outfit on.
Well,
I can try to stay hidden.
Did the kobolds have?
Yeah, you could be a kobold.
Kobolds were just normal kobolds. Do you know they got like the basic little leather armor? If that. Normally it's just a strap, isn't it? But yes, so what are your plans?
We
do
could
you all
go-
want to double back and try to get the cultists in the mill?
Yeah, we could do that.
Definitely. That was our objective, wasn't it?
Your objective was to prevent it from burning down, but then you realized they weren't actually attempting to burn it down. It was a trap. So you do have people on their way.
And I think we established none of us are stealthy.
I'm a little
Right.
stealthy.
Your stealthiest person is also probably your squishiest person.
Yes. I'm all the S's. Shatterkai, Shadow, Sorcerer, Stealthy, Squishy.
Does anyone have a healing potion you could take, Zaya? You look like that last hit hurt you a bit.
It did.
Zaya actually does have one.
Do I?
I thought they gave us a bunch. Or well,
They found
They gave us
2.
2. And I gave them to 2 people.
Oh yeah, I didn't put it on my thingamabob.
You left it
Oh, I
back
did.
in the keep.
No, I did put it. Okay, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna take that because I'm hurting real bad, guys.
Mm.
Ah, no, I don't need that much, but I'm back at full health, a full 8 hit points.
Awesome.
Get it. I'm good, guys.
So do we try to clear the mill out, or do we, since we know they're not going to burn it down, do we go back to the keep?
I mean, we could wait for the reinforcements and help them clear it out.
yeah. They might burn it down out of spite if they find out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that.
We're too involved.
What do we think? Another 10 minutes before the reinforcements show up?
Maybe 5-6 minutes.
I'm gonna piece together what I can of an outfit. They're humans, right? So they're much smaller than I am.
How tall are you?
6'3".
That's not too incredibly different from like human height.
Yeah, but I'm very broad as well. Yeah,
We can-
6'3".
We can
Yeah.
cut one of the robes up the back a little to make it fit better.
There's probably one person would have been around 6 foot, so you may be like being able to see like just like halfway up.
I
Your
put
calf?
it on. It's ripping as I'm putting it on. So there's just shreds everywhere.
Just pretend you got attacked. Be like, oh my gosh, I
You
survived.
could just act like the main bodyguard of Sorrow, who's going to be pretending to be our cultist leader.
Did the guard wear a mask?
I don't know. The guard's just your basic chainmail, shield, spear, walking around. You never really see a guard without some cultists, so you could pretend to be a guard and sell that because you have cultists around you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the muscle.
I'm gonna take one of the masks anyways, though. If I find a bigger cultist that I can steal an outfit from, I'll take that. But I'll take a mask for sure.
Okay.
So we should go and we should wait where it kind of in a line between where the keep is and the mill is, and meet this approaching backup, and then tell them what's happening, and then slip in. Maybe we can use the same kind of ruse. Walk in as cultists and then jump them.
I think we should keep an eye on the mill in case the boss man told them to burn it down if they weren't back at a certain amount of time.
That's fair. You know, I could always go running back and run inside and yell, "Oh my god, they need our help! They sent me back to get you to come with them." And see if
They
it
might have
stays.
prisoners in there as well, though.
True.
Hostages.
I could sneak and find out.
You are good at being sneaky.
I am.
So, what is the plan,
So-
team?
I'm gonna sneak and find out who's in there.
I'm gonna stay near Sorrow so I can pretend to be a guard.
Okay,
Are
I'm
they
gonna-
in like a house?
they're in the mill.
Does it have windows?
You got
Okay.
the doors which you can open.
I'll be like 20 or 30 feet from Sorrow in either some bushes or behind a barrel or just anything that can hide my little 3-foot form.
Can I get a stealth check by Zaya and Siraf, you moving up with her?
I'm staying with Sorrow. I'm pretending to be a guard.
Okay.
I can roll like a performance or something if you
Oh
want.
no, it's just if you're going up towards the thing. What you get, Zaya?
22.
22. Okay.
13 minus 1. 12.
Are you going up with me?
No, but I'm hiding over in like the shadows.
Okay, so now I will need a sleight of hand on trying to open this door quietly.
And 15.
Okay, so you managed to move up very quietly. Like, no one, not even like a couple of birds have landed since the people have left. They don't even bother with you walking past. They don't even register you're there. So you gotta open up the door, and you've got your cultist outfit on, right?
Yes, I do.
You go to step in to look around, and just as you're about to walk in, you hear someone say, "What's the password?"
Can I? Because I just wanted to see how many people are in there.
You can do a perception check if you want.
That's the one, so I see shit. Even though I have 120 feet of dark vision and it's dark.
You've just frozen by that one question.
I wasn't in that meeting. I'm gonna tell them, like, as if I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear them and tell them that we need backup because they're attacking them over by the house and it's not going so well.
You're not Greg.
No, Greg's in trouble. He sent me. If you guys don't want to help, fine, but I'm going back to help.
Okay. As you go to step back, one of the people hiding in there throw a spear at you.
Okay.
Look, you didn't say the password. You're not Greg. And no.
Not even like a persuasion or deception check. Nothing.
No, they're pretty much set in their rules of what they've like. They've been told exactly what to do.
Okay.
So a 16.
Yeah. I have 15. So fuck.
Okay,
Fuck
so
Greg.
you poisoned someone, okay?
Didn't see that.
Okay, look, it's only
Uh-huh.
6.
Yeah, that's fine. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, I only have like 2 hit points left. Exactly. I'm only 75% dead.
So you can still run out, or you can stay and fight.
No, I'm gonna run, but I know that's probably gonna attack of opportunity if they're 5 feet in front of me.
No, the spear came from above.
Okay, yeah, I'm running.
Do I see Zaya get hit with a spear?
You see Zaya running with a spear in her.
Ugh.
Just nope, 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 nope.
Yelling stupid fucking Greg.
Yeah, can I see who threw it? Because I'd take a shot at somebody if I could.
They were above the doorway, so in like the upper lofts area.
Oh, but on the inside, they're not
Yeah,
on the outside.
on the inside. Zaya with her perception check just looked in front. Plus, she was partially frozen from the password.
How far away are we from the house that we set up the ambush at?
You tell me. How
I mean,
far of a house away?
it would have been at least out of sight of the mill so that they couldn't see us.
Yeah, like a 2 or 3 minute walk.
Well, why don't we go back there for a moment? We can give them a gift. If they're looking for Greg, we can return Greg to them.
Okay. I'm not sure which one exactly is Greg, but yeah.
You would gather Greg would be the one that was doing the speaking.
That's Greg.
So he was the one Sarosh tapped on the shoulder and cut his head off.
Okay. If we want, we can go over there and I'll take his head, and then we can come back.
I'm just gonna rest here for a second and get the spear out of me. Thanks, guys. Just gonna.
Then
Can I do a medicine check to withdraw the spear?
Just
I
give
can-
me a second.
I can run over real quick by myself then and grab it.
Yeah, okay.
Just lop his head off and then come back.
His head's already off because you tapped him on the shoulder and then swung.
And just grab the head then.
Okay, so while Sarash is, are you guys letting Sarash run off to get the head?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Zaya's not moving. She's just.
Sora will help try to extract the spear. Just get that out of there.
Okay.
Bandage that up a little bit.
Thank you.
So what happened? What did they throw something at you?
Stupid fucking Greg put a password.
Oh, damn it. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to leave one alive, but I fucked up.
Shit, that's fair.
Yeah, like that's not on anybody but you.
Yeah, no, they know that. I fucked up. I fucked up real bad, guys.
You're so stealthy.
You know, it's okay. We'll just learn from this, and we'll do better on the next one.
Yeah.
You look over and you
I mean-
see the doors to the mill just close.
How far away are we? Like within 30 feet of the doors?
How far away did you move, Zaya?
I probably would have moved as far as I could.
Okay.
Not be, because I'm hurt, so probably like to hide somewhere to get the spear out of my fucking body. So maybe if there was like a tree line or something.
Yeah, I'll wave her over to where I'm hiding, and then I can cast mending on your robe. That'll clean off the blood and stitch it back together, so you don't have a hole in your cultist outfit.
But there'll still be a hole in you.
Yep.
That's what the cleric's for. I
Yeah.
can only do the cultists.
So they closed the doors, but they didn't come out.
Nope.
All right.
They're feeling
if they're
safe
not-
in there.
All right. So I'm gonna wait for Suresh to come back and for Zaya to get the mending on the robes. And if Suresh gets back before they do anything, I'm gonna say I have an idea.
So the mending takes a minute to do, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look.
So the mending will be finished. You'll be seeing Sarash coming back in the time the mending's being finished. I'm assuming he's running back, looking really happy, just holding a head.
I don't know if I'll be happy, but
You get to run with a head, okay? Alright.
I don't care that much about it. It's a tool.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to say it's not the first time. You do this all the time.
Probably not.
Just looking bored with a head in their hands. Like, I guess.
Fucking.
So
He even looks like a Greg. Okay. So you're all back.
So I'm gonna say, Sarash, you ready to toss that head through a door when I give you a signal?
Yep.
All right. Why don't you come with me? Saya, are you feeling up to dealing with this, or are you gonna hang back?
From 1 to 8, I'm feeling about a 2.
Let's see.
You
You could probably stay out of the range of fire.
Yep. I
I'll
got.
offer you my potion if you want it.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So real bad, but. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, we're some pretty
I'm
resident
good.
first level characters. We've already had 3 fights and we've won so far. No rests or nothing. Like
Oh, why did you say it out loud?
That's how it always works.
So, when Zaya, it looks like they're ready to go. I'm gonna look at Dernan and say, "Are you ready as well?" And then I want to kind of look at Suresh and say, "I'm gonna walk up and get within 30 feet of those doors. I'm gonna make the earth tremble. I'm going to announce our presence, and then I'm going to open the doors. And when the doors open, you can send Greg back to them. Do you like that idea?
Good.
So I'm going to stroll within 30 feet, and I'm going to have Suresh walk up with me. And I hold out my hands, and I use thaumaturgy. And the first thing that happens is the ground starts to tremble. And then 6 seconds go by, and then I raise my voice so it's booming up to 3 times loud, and I yell, "You wanted Greg! We bring you Greg!" And then I use it to throw open the doors. And they slam open with force.
Then I'll toss Greg's head in the door.
Okay. That's what we're doing. As Greg's head rolls to a stop, just looking up at the top of the loft.
This is where Greg's family lives. Just kidding.
Murderer. Nah, you hear, for those that can see right into the mill, you all see 8 people jump from the top and land on the ground. Did you have an action ready, Danny? Or Zion?
I would assume if we knew those, I would have an action ready, yeah.
That's why
Can
I'm
we see
asking.
if they're in the mill or they're outside of the mill?
They're in, so if you can see into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would shoot it. Whatever I could see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm readying my crossbow as well. That one wolf, when Jenna and I were doing crossbow.
Okay, so you notice 4 cultists and 4 guards land on the ground. 1 guard is just holding a spear. I mean a shield. No spear.
Fuck spears.
Safe to say he's the one that threw the spear at you and is I went back.
Zaya's like, they're mine.
Okay. Roll attacks, please.
Durnan got a
Ooh.
14 plus 1 to hit, so 15 total.
Were you after a guard or a cultist, Dannon?
Probably a cultist.
A cultist? Okay, can I get damage for the cultist?
Sure. That is going to be, if I recall, 1d8 minus 1.
I love 10.
3 points of damage.
The best
From an arrow. Or a bolt, a small crossbow bolt.
best thing about Dannon is that there is a chance that even if he hits, he does nothing.
We always do 1 point, but yeah.
And
I rolled an 18 plus 5, which is a 23.
okay, that hits because they're not that strong.
I got 6 plus 3, that's 9 points of damage.
Okay, you almost dropped that guard. Like, he drops to 1 knee, but he stands back up. He wants his spear back.
Well, too bad.
Initiative rolls, everyone. Fun times.
If it was a free action, I would break the spear over my knee in front of his face.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
I got a total of 3 on initiative.
I got 5.
I got a 4.
I know where I get all my bad rolls.
Dennis?
Natural 20.
So a 19.
My first one of the night, but a 19. Yeah, you're right. Minus 1.
Oh, guys. The guards even rolled terrible, yet you just rolled that much worse. Okay, Dernan. Your turn, buddy.
I'm gonna try to put a second crossbow bolt in the guy I shot.
Okay.
See if we can take him out. Mr. Cultus, all right, come on. It's a +1. I rolled a 5, +1 is 6. I miss.
yes, you would miss with that. So you really need to just work on that little aiming bit of your crossbow. It just
Yeah.
goes off
I
to the
really
left.
just need a couple of levels, and then my turret can do all the firing. But for now,
We just need to get past this town, guys.
yeah, I'm writing notes about how to make my crossbow better and how I'm going to change it so it's more accurate. But yeah,
And how you don't have to do anything to shoot. You're like, I'll just have it do it for me. Okay, now it's the cultist's turn. So, how far out from the mill were all of you?
I think we were about 30 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Suresh and I were at least 30 feet. And I think that Zaya and Durnan are probably a little bit behind us.
Yeah. We would probably be about 50 feet back.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 cultists will be able to make it up to Sorrow and Sarash. They'll each attack. One of them will each take one of yours on. So for Sorrow, that is a natural 1, so he trips on his way there and drops his weapon.
I think you dropped something.
Gosh, I can't wait till I kill you. And for Sarash, that is a 16.
That's Macy.
Which is 6 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, they can do a maximum of 7. And the other 2 cultists, they need to use their dash to get to you. So they'll try and start surrounding you. So there'll be 2 on each of you right now. But they can't do anything because they have to dash. Now it's the guard's turn. The guard which has no spear is dashing to get to Zaya because they just don't like you. And the other 3 guards, they've all got a one of them can make it to Sorrow. So it's pretty much like 2 cultists and 2 guards were in range to hit the people in front. And 2 guards, 2 cultists have to dash to get anywhere in the first place. But one of the guards which could have made it up front, dash to get to Zaya. So one of the guards attacking Sorrow, which, there we go. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Ah, he hit Sorrow.
Yes! Is this the first time I've hit you?
First blood. I haven't been hit yet until now.
3 piercing.
Is that 3?
Yep.
Alright. Ah!
And the other 2 dash up. So Sorrow's now got 2 guards, 2 cultists on her, and Sarash has 2 cultists, 1 guard. And Zaya, your turn.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a total of 21 to hit.
With what?
My crossbow. I mean, is that guard
Next to you.
in front of me? Next to me? Oh, with my with a firebolt. Fuck them. That is 1d10.
1d10 plus anything?
Yeah, no, just 1d10, and I got 3.
Cool, because they had 2 health left.
Thank God.
Okay, 1 guard down. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's all I got.
Sorrow.
I look
Constitution
angrily at
check.
the wound. And yes, you see the silver light burst out. So 4 Constitution saving throws.
Okay, so the first one will be the initial cultist that attacked you was a 12.
That'll fail.
The second cultist that dashed towards you got a 10.
Fail.
The guard that hit you got a nat 1.
Okay.
And the guard that dashed towards you got a 4.
Yes. All right,
Am
here
I
we
standing
go.
right next to her as well?
I can decide who I want it to hit, so it won't hit you.
Okay. Well, good, because I rolled a nat 1 on my save just in case.
My goddess protects those that I count as friends.
I rolled just in case I was standing right next to you because we were really close to each other. But
I rolled a 6. I'm so happy.
nice.
The anger of being bloodied by this cretin. Whoosh.
Dang, you killed the cult member which has Derna's crossbow bolt in them. And you've severely injured another cultist. And you've done more damage than they were expecting to the other 2 guards.
I look at them, and since it hasn't been a full minute yet, my thaumaturgy is still going. And with my voice booming, I say, "You made a mistake."
Oh man. Let's get an intimidation roll.
Oh boy. Alright, I got a plus to this. Not high, but I got a plus. Oh, that's a 21.
Oh man, no matter what, they don't have a plus to. Okay. They're all quivering. The ones around you which got hit. So they're going to have disadvantage on attacks against you next round. Sirash, unless there's anything extra Sora needs to do.
Nope, I think she's just standing there leering at them with this just angry expression.
Oh man.
I'm just hitting whatever one's in front of me.
So you're going after a guard or a cultist?
The guards guard.
You
they
have
tend to
one
be-
guard in front of you and 2 cultists.
I'll go after the guard. I think they tend to be heavier armed and a little bit tougher looking, so that's what I'll go for.
Okay.
9 plus 7, 16.
That's their AC.
Okay. 10 plus 5, 15.
And you kill them. They have 11 health. You're very mean. Any bonus actions?
No, not yet. Gonna wait for now.
And we're back to the top. So Danon.
Yay! So who would be the closest to me now? How far away are they?
Closest to you, so that all the ones that are left alive are all surrounding Sorrow and Sarosh. So I think you said what, you were 10 feet behind them? 10, 15?
Okay. So we'll say 10 feet behind them. So then I'll move another 25 feet. So that puts 35 feet behind from me and the next person. And then I will shoot my crossbow as I maneuver and then shoot. All right, here we go. Get +1 to hit. 15 plus 1 to hit
Cultist or guard?
another cultist. I'll aim for another cultist.
Okay, so there is 2 cultists on Sarosh, 1 on Sorrow. The one on Sorrow looks really scared.
Okay, is any of them wounded or are they all unwounded?
The ones around Sorrow are wounded. The ones around Sarosh look quite fine.
I'll hit one of the ones around Sorrow then.
Okay.
And so it'll be a D8 minus 1. And I rolled a 3, so 2 points of damage from my small crossbow bolt.
This guy is just hanging on. He has 1 health left.
So close.
Wasn't for the -1, you would have had it. -1 saves the day. And now it's
No bonus actions, I'm good.
no bonus actions. Cultist member turn. Okay, the one who is on 1 health with disadvantage is going to attack Sorrow, which is... They rolled a 9, so that's 12.
I just put my mace right in between and swing it off.
And the other 2 are not going anywhere near that crazy tiefling, so they're just going to keep attacking the half-orc that just killed their guard in 1 hit, because their options aren't that great to choose from either. First one rolled a 14, which I believe you said your AC was 16, right, Sarash?
Yep.
And the second one is a 5. This is a really hating life. the guards' turn now. Going to attack Sorrow with disadvantage, which... Let's see if he rolls in that one. Nope, that's a 5 for the first person. That one on the second, who hits his friend because he's just closing his eyes and jabbing out, which kills the cultist.
I think you missed.
You're so mean, okay? Quit being mean to my people. Zaya, you've just seen one of the guards stab a cultist. Admittedly, their eyes were shut, and they're screaming, but...
So one of them turned on the others?
No, you could tell they were scared of Sorrow, and so like the screaming was like trying to get them brave.
Ah, okay. So who's closest to me?
You were with Dernan before, weren't you? So you're 10 feet from the two cultists and the two guards. The guards are injured, the cultists aren't.
Okay, so I wish I would have taken that stuff. I'm just gonna keep shooting with my crossbow.
Okay, which one? Cultist or a guard?
A cultist that's already damaged.
No cultists are damaged, the guards
Oh,
are.
the guards are? Okay, then the guard that's damaged.
Okay,
That's an 11.
that misses.
Cool.
Just goes into their shield.
That goes into the dice jump. Fuck that dice. Yeah.
I can't put any of mine into dice jail or else I wouldn't be rolling anything.
Because you only have
mean,
one set of dice.
Bye.
Shut up. Nobody needs to know this. I have enough dice for what I need. Sorrow.
All right, so who's still next to me?
2 guards.
2 guards. Which one looks more injured?
They look like twins, to be honest.
I think that I'm going to bludgeon one of them over the head with my mace and see if I can take him out.
Okie doke.
Get 'em.
Right. Ooh, that's only a 10 to hit.
They do what you normally do, and they put their shield up. It doesn't feel good, does it?
And maybe I'm just giving him a chance to make better choices.
Any
And
other action?
that is all I have for now.
Okay, Sarash, you have 2 cultists around you, and you just saw a guard block an attack from Sorrow. And another one block a bolt from Zaya.
One of them has a bolt in them.
The
The ones on me, the 2 on me look fine.
2 on you haven't been touched.
Okay,
One of them
I'm just
did stab you at the start, remember?
Oh, okay. Well, then I will return the favor.
Okay.
Or try to return the favor. 7 plus 7, 14.
Yeah, that hits the cultist.
6 plus 5, 11.
Yep, he dead.
Again, bitch.
I need magic casters just fuck you over. Oh, some kobolds again, because they did alright last time. Anything else?
No, not right now.
Dernan, we're back to you, friend.
Yay! I will take another 10 feet back, so now I'm about 45 feet back, but I'm just kind of switching position as I go. So it's almost like I'm moving from shadow to shadow and cover to cover and then firing. And I yell out to Sorrow, "Can you knock one out so we can keep him alive?" And then I fire a bolt at one attacking Sarash.
Okay.
Cultist. All right, here we go. I get a +1 on this. 14 plus 1, 15.
That hits.
Yay! 1d8 minus 1. Come on, I need a big roll tonight. Ah, darn it. Another 3, so I rolled a 4 minus 1, 3 points of damage.
Okay, so that cultist takes a hit like Boromir does and still keeps moving.
I hit him in the knee, though. I at least shoot him in the knee.
Well, there goes his adventuring life.
Right.
And now it's his turn. So,
I
well,
think you technically just got married to that occultist.
Probably true.
you guys, yeah. Well, just because of that, 19 to hit you, Siraj.
That'll hit. Yep.
And that is 3 slashing damage.
All right.
Just because of that one sentence. And now the guards, yes, no longer at disadvantage, attacking Sorrow. We're gonna drop the cleric. Nope, we're not gonna drop the cleric. That was a 12. And that was a 10. Nope, they're not dropping the cleric. God, I hate these guards. Give me something.
Sorrow's just smiling now.
They've only got one action they can do. It really sucks. Zaya.
Me too.
Yeah.
How many are left?
2 guards and a cultist.
2 guards and 1 cultist, and the cultist hasn't been hurt, but the guards have.
The cultist has a small crossbow bolt sticking out of its knee,
Okay.
and the 2 guards are looking around 45%.
Okay. And the guards are around Siraj.
Guards are around Sorrow.
No. Okay. I'm gonna try to drop the cultist just because he's already been hurt. Oh wait, everybody's already been hurt. Shit. I'll take out one of the guards because they're heavy hitters, correct?
I don't know.
That was my mentality on it too. Yeah.
I tried, but with a 10, the
You
4 dice and dice fail. Fuck you guys.
any movement bonus actions?
No, I only have 1 bonus action.
Yeah, I'm giving you the option of Misty Stepping. Sorrow.
Not worth it.
All right. So Dernan told me to keep one of them alive but unconscious. So I'm going to try to knock one out with my mace.
Okay.
I look at the other one and say, "I'll be with you in a second." And
Please hold.
oh my god, I rolled a 10 again. I may
Please
just turn
hold
you with
1
moonlight
second.
now.
And it's just boop. This is the most. Both of you are just
Cling,
cling, clang, cling.
cling, cling.
It's Siraj, not Siraj, LB. Get your mind out of the gutter. But also half orc.
My turn. Or is it my turn?
Yes, it is Siraj.
I've got this, and I'm just gonna take my fist and like smack it down on the top of the cultist's head. And try
Okay.
and do like subdual. I don't think subdual damage is a non-lethal damage to try and knock it out. 14 plus 7, 21.
Yep.
It would be 6 damage. 1 plus my strength modifier, so 6.
Fuck you and your 20 strength, because that's how much health he had left.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move over and base one of the guards, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to how's it called? Second wind.
Okay, second wind. So you bonked the cultist on top of the head with your fist, and he just crumbles to the ground, but he's still alive.
1d, so I heal for 4. Which isn't the best roll in the world, but oh well.
And damn it. 2 guards are left. One of them keeps Sorrow and the guard keep hitting each other's shield like a mating ritual. And the other one's just still with nothing pretty much. He just misses completely.
I will shoot at the one that keeps missing completely from my 45 feet away.
Okay.
Crossbow bolt +1. 17 +1, 18.
That hits.
Yay. D8 -1. Let's get a high roll tonight. An 8 minus 1, 7 points of damage.
You get him in the jugular. You killed someone.
Yay.
Go team.
Now
I do a little dance. Yeah, a little gnomish dance.
I'll pump my fist.
I murdered someone who's like 3 times as big as me. Woo. Okay, now let's see if this guy can hit Sorrow. If my dice can stay on the table. Oh, this looks like it's going to. Plus a 3, that is a 21.
That will hit Sorrow.
Yes! That is 5 damage. Is Sorrow still
looks
up?
down where she's now bleeding and looks at him. It's like, that wasn't very nice.
Pulls the spear out. And Zaya.
Zaya's gonna attack. They're gonna attack the one that's attacking Sorrow. And oh, thank God! Please tell me that hits. That's 18 hits.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, but Zaya, we want them alive.
But
Damage.
Sirash already knocked one out.
Oh, I didn't see it that one.
Zaya's just
We
gonna
want you alive.
turn their bow on them and be like, "You guys are real dickheads."
Oh,
And
big words.
6 points of damage.
And you guys are real dickheads. And you shoot him. And you drop him. Because not very nice. That is
And then
combat.
Saya gives a thumbs up at Sorrow.
So Sorrow looks over and whew. Wow.
I felt good to hit Sorrow, I'm not gonna lie.
I've only got 2 hit points left, so good job.
Oh God.
Lucky because next round he was going to drop his shield and 2-hand attack with the spear because he knew he was fucked. He was like, I'm taking one with me. Okay.
Sorrow reaches down and like rips part of the guy's robe, like one of the cultists nearby, and like starts binding her wound. Well, I'm not dead, so it's a good night.
That cultist was 6'3" and would have fit Sirash. No. Okay. So you have knocked out a cultist. And as Sorrow is wrapping the bandage she just crudely made to herself to stop the bleeding,
I'm going to go to look inside real quick.
up
Yeah,
arrives
okay.
5 guards from the keep as reinforcements.
I'm gonna go with Sirash and look inside.
Okay.
Darren will cast Mending on Sorrow's armor or spot that she got hit, so that it heals up either the armor or the
Okay.
clothes that she's wearing.
Thank you very much, Darren. That was very kind of you.
I actually want to grab one of the cultists that's dead and like just like hold his body in front of me and put that through the door first in case there's anybody inside that's going to shoot.
I'm just behind Sirash, like hiding.
Okay. You enter the mill, get perception checks or investigation checks, whatever you just having a quick look, or are you searching?
I'm searching.
Just a quick look at first.
I'm searching, and I have a -1 in investigation. So now I know how it feels.
14 perception, 11 plus 3.
I got a 10. I rolled an 11, went down to 10.
Nothing fancy about the mill. It's just your everyday mill.
But there's nobody poking around in here.
Nobody poking around. They all jumped down and attacked you.
Can I search the bodies outside while they're inside?
Search the bodies. Similar to the other group, the cultists, you find the outfit, the leather armor, and the scimitar. On 3 of the guards, you find a spear. And on all of them, you find a shield and the chainmail. The other spear is snapped in half, which was the one that was sticking out of Zaya that she broke over her knee.
You said the guard got here kind of somewhere after that fight.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as the fight was finished, you may have a slight feeling that they were watching because they didn't want to get involved.
Take it all in, boys.
Well, it's good that you showed up. Now you can protect the mill. I think that we should head back to the keep and see what else we can do, and perhaps take a short respite. I should pray to my goddess. I'm feeling a little lightheaded after that, but it was invigorating.
Okay. So you're heading back towards the keep.
Yes.
Okay, can I get everyone to do me a perception check?
Sure.
Ooh, our things got messed up.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
don't worry. That was my bad. I opened up the chat so I could see what everyone was typing in.
Oh,
Zoom.
7 plus 3, a total of 10.
Is that perception?
Yes.
17. I know math.
Mine is 13.
13 minus 1, 12 for Darren.
I love Jernan.
And what did you get again, Suresh?
10.
10. Okay, you all hear a slight thudding sound coming off behind a couple of buildings you're walking past. Zaya
What's that
hears
noise?
a more louder version of it and a bit of commotion.
I whisper it to the group what I think I heard, or I describe the noise if they didn't hear it.
Well, I think we all stopped.
We all heard it, yeah.
Everybody heard it.
Should we look?
I mean, it may be people in trouble. We should see if we can help.
Okay.
I want to, I mean, it's kind of in vain, but I do want to try and stealth over.
Same.
Okay. Stealth rolls, whoever's trying to
I
stealth.
know it's incredibly in vain. We're all terrible at it, but still, you know,
Not all. There is.
most. Yeah, I got my 6, 5 plus 1.
I got a 6, 4 plus 2.
I got a 12, 9 plus 3.
I rolled a 2 minus 1 is a 1.
We're the
Yes.
stealthiest group to ever exist.
But it wasn't a natural one, so it's not like I tripped or fell over. It's just loud.
There are so many
I have
decks.
scale math.
What?
They'll never expect us because we're so loud. They'll never think we're sneaking.
The only thing that is saving you guys right now is you're in cultist uniforms, okay? You just look like a group of cultists and guards and whatever that gnome is.
That's why we don't mind making so much noise.
And some kid. Why do they have a child in it?
Why does that child's bag sound like it's carrying a lot of toys in it? I'm like, oh my gosh.
We like to recruit young.
Okay, so you decided to take a detour from going back towards the keep, and you notice there is a temple. And around the temple, you can see from your angle the front, the side, and the back of it. You can see at the front there is 6 kobolds, 2 cultists, and someone looks similar to a cultist, but there's just like a little embroidery line around the outskirts of their coat that you can tell they're more important.
Would I think that this was the dragon lady?
No, the dragon lady was pointed out to you, and I believe she was in a purple robe.
Oh, okay.
The one that looks different is clearly in charge, as they're standing back, spectating everyone, while the 2 cultists are handling a battering ram trying to break down the door of the temple. And the kobolds are standing guard, keeping an eye out.
You said 6 kobolds, 2 cultists, and a special cultist?
Yes.
Okay.
I whisper to my companions, if we cut the head off of the snake, maybe the rest will run.
Walking around the side of the building, doing laps, it seems, is a group of 3 cultists, 10 kobolds,
I don't like that. I don't.
and 2, I guess you could call them drakes, wingless dragons. They're looking quite large. It doesn't actually have the size of them. But they've got like, we'll say like guard dog size. Just patrolling around the temple.
Okay.
And then at the
So
yeah, go on.
no, go ahead.
And then at the back of the temple, you notice a group of 2 cultists and 6 kobolds trying to light a fire on a back door.
This is a bad situation.
I should have grabbed some of the spears.
We should
Hmm.
just go back and tell the keep. We can't fight all this.
But if they're trying to get in, there must be somebody inside. If they light it on fire, they could kill everybody by the time we get back.
How far? Wait, the backup was with us, correct?
Nope, backup stayed at the mill to protect them.
How far away is the mill?
5-10 minutes.
Ugh. How
My-
far away is the keep?
The tunnel to the keep.
Yes.
The tunnel to the keep. So to the keep was another 5-10, but
Ugh.
the tunnel's the other side, so you got to skirt around. So you notice with the group out back, their fire isn't exactly taking off right now. It produces a little flame, but it's producing a lot of smoke. And from what you could easily see before, it's becoming lightly obscured.
Oh.
In the time you've spent watching, you've noticed that the laps are taking a good 5 minutes.
If we were to attack the ones in the back, would it be noticeable to the people in the front?
Can I get a wisdom check from whoever wants to try and work that out?
I mean, I'll roll.
I got a 13 because I have
Yeah.
+0.
Got a
I got a
6.
13 as well. 12 plus 1.
Looking at the situation ahead, you realize that your best chance of rescuing whoever or whatever is inside this temple would be to take out the last group at the back of the temple quite quickly before the roaming group gets there.
And at the back is just 6 kobolds and 2 cultists.
Out of curiosity, did you guys actually do anything with the unconscious cultist or just leave him there?
Oh.
Just left him there.
I assume the guards that would have them at the
Oh,
mill.
I guess that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Let's
still
go,
at the mill.
guys.
He just went, yep,
He's
he's not dead, and then walked off.
that
I
wasn't
would
that wasn't
assume
part of my
we would
plan.
tie
I
him
knocked him out and I was like, okay, there you go. You got your unconscious now. I'm gonna go back to killing now.
I would assume we would have tied him up, but that's up to the DM and wants to let us backtrack to that. But
I'll assume you gave him over to the guards and be like, look, we captured another one.
They're smart enough to do something with it.
So there is actually a door in the back though that they've like.
They're trying to light that on fire, yes.
Okay. Like what else is like further around it? Is there, if we were to get that door open and there were people inside, what is there like, is it just open ground behind it, or is there a way for us to get them out and get them to cover that we can see?
like there are buildings and houses around, which if they got out and you dodged the roaming group, the group with the little Drake dog things.
How
Yeah,
how long does it seem like if we wait till the Drake and the others, like that group, goes from the back, like, and they start around, how long do we think it would take them to get back to the back again?
5 minutes at the speed they're traveling.
Decent amount of time.
Yeah, so we could wait till they just leave, and then
Give it like a minute and then pounce on the back door crew under the cover of the smoke that they're making for us.
yeah.
There's only 2 in the back?
There's 2 cultists and 6 kobolds.
Yeah.
So 8.
I think
Yeah.
if
But that's the
think it was-
minimum amount of people there. Like the other ones have like over 10.
I mean, if we start out with a volley of ranged attacks and see if we can drop a few of them, and then send in the big guns, and I point at Suresh, and then continue a hail of covering fire into there, we may be able to deal with them fairly quickly. I may hang back slightly this time simply because I don't want my wound to open up again.
As you're all discussing this, you hear a loud crack come from the front. And it looks like the battering ram is starting to make a bit of leeway into this door.
I think if we're going to do this, we have to do this now.
Let's do it. I'm readying my crossbow.
I'm throwing an axe.
Okay, so the roaming group has got to the point where you can safely assume they won't hear or see anything which happens. But the smoke has gotten even thicker now than it did before, and you can see 1 cultist and 2 kobolds with obscured vision. You can't see any of the others. It's that thick now.
Awesome.
So
Take down to 3, and then send in for the other ones.
you
Sounds
will
good.
have disadvantage at range attacks right now because of the smoke.
All right, so I say or how close are we? Are we within, say, 60 feet or?
You can get as close as you need to do your attacks.
Okay. Yeah, Sorrow would want to get up to 60 feet away, so she would quickly move
60
forward.
feet's good.
Okay.
I'm just thinking closer than that. I want to wait for them to do their volley, then I'm just charging in. I'm not doing ranged.
Okay.
I'm doing arranged.
You're doing a ranged.
I'm doing arranged.
Okay, whoever is attacking at range, can you let me know who you're attacking out of the cultists and 2 kobolds and what your attack roll is, or if I need to do a save.
And that's at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay. So probably prefer to attack the cultist, correct? Okay, I'm going for a cultist. Okay. That wasn't back. Okay. I rolled a 10 and a 15. So 10, that's plus 5, that's 15.
Okay. That hits. Can I get some damage?
Yes. Okay. That is 7 plus 3, that's 10.
You drop the cultist. Cultist has 9 health. Boom. Cultist down, 2 kobolds left.
Am I the only one doing range attacks?
Nope. Sorrow is going to point at one of the kobolds, and she's going to rub a small moonstone in her hand and bring down a sacred flame on top of it. It needs a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
And it doesn't benefit from cover. So
Okay.
it's a straight save.
Look at you wanting to remove the disadvantage I implemented. Yeah, well, guess what? These guys are dexterous. A lot more dexterous than Dernan. But that doesn't help when they roll an 8, which gives them a 10.
Everybody's more dexterous than Dernan.
All right, so the kobold will take 7 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, he's dead. He's got 5 health. And Dernan, there's 1 kobold left. What's the
All right.
plan?
Disadvantage, crossbow bolt. Here we go. 16 and a 12, so 12 plus 1 is a 13.
That hits. damage.
D8 -1 for my light crossbow. 2 points of damage.
Boom! This one drops to a knee, but is still standing.
That's
And
trouble.
I'm going to assume, because I'm a nice guy, and you can't say I'm not, that in this time, Sarosh, you said you were charging when they
Yeah.
fired their volley.
We're gonna start-
So I will give you a round of action before they notice anything, if you're fast enough.
Okay.
If you hit
I'm
this guy.
I'm just charging the closest one. Whatever's closest.
Yeah, so there's
I'm
that
also
one
using
kobold
Hoard
that got dropped to
battle
the...
axe.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a cobalt. 10 plus 7, 17.
That hits him.
Damn it.
Will you do more than 3 damage?
Yes.
Well, he's dead. And can I get a stealth check from you, Sarosh?
At a disadvantage. 6.
Again.
You may be super lucky. It all comes down to this guy. And yeah, he rolled an 18. So the other cultist detects you there. So the 3 people which did the ranged attacks, you can just see Sarosh standing in the smoke. Nothing else. Sarosh, you can see the other cultists, and I believe it's 4 kobolds left. Yes. The kobolds haven't noticed you yet, but the cultist has turned around. And this is when I need initiatives from everyone. Which
Ooh.
you are not
I got a synthetic 20.
9 plus 1 is a 10.
I got an 8 plus 2, so a 10.
You go first then.
I like how Saresh and Sorrow keep getting the same.
I think you match initiatives with a lot of people actually.
Yeah.
Dernan?
This last game you were matching with Zaya a lot.
8 -1 for a total of 7.
Of course, your minuses, they're amazing.
I love
I
it.
don't know why, but I love those minuses.
It's like you look at everyone else rolled fantastic with their stats. Then Dernan's like, I'm just smart, okay? I'm intelligent. I don't need to be dexterous.
I'm very
I just need dexterous friends. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Just need to wait until I get to the just wait until I get the level so I don't need to use my
A battle
Dexter.
of wits.
when we get to that point, oh, you guys are fucked. Zaya.
Okay. I guess I'm like, 'cause I don't see any other enemies. Do I?
No, you've got to get into. So the smoke's now like 30 foot around. You've got to at least get into it because you can see 15 feet in.
Okay, so I'll get into it.
Okay, as you get in, you see 3 kobolds and a cultist.
I'm aiming for the cultist.
Okay,
With,
with a crossbow, magic.
I'll do my trusty firebolt at them.
Okay,
Ooh, thank God. That is a 17 plus 5. That's a total of 22.
misses. No, that hits.
And that is 1d10. That's a 12. That's where's my d10? See, usually I organize my die, but I got a dice back from my DM a while back, and I'm using it, and now I'm spoiled. 6 points of damage.
6 points. Okay.
Yeah. And that's me. That's my turn.
Okay, the kobolds. I need to see if they picked up on that. Yeah, they all picked up on that. So they're going to turn around and notice a giant half-orc and another cultist. So they're going to attack the half-orc because here's the different one. So Sarosh, you have 16, don't you?
I have an 18 at the moment. So I have shield and battle axe, hand axe.
Okay, one of them hits you with a 19,
Okay.
which is 2 damage. Oh. And the other 2 miss.
Okay.
Sorrow, your turn.
So I was still 60 feet away, and I can't see anything in the smoke now, right?
Can't see anything in the smoke. You can see Zaya and Sirosh.
All right. So since I'm in my cultist robes, I'm going to just dash forward and run so that I can get into the smoke. But I'm going to stop as soon as I can see, like either a kobold or a cultist,
Okay.
and just look around like I'm startled that this is going on. But I've got my mask on my face,
Okay. So you're trying to
and that's
mimic body language of.
yep. So just surprised, like what's going on, and that's my turn to dash. So just run into the smoke.
Okay. Sirosh.
I'm going to return the favor to the kobold that hit me.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I got a nat 1 plus 7, but nat 1.
With +7. Oh my gosh.
The
Yeah.
2 plus the base proficiency of 2 plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nat 1 though.
Okay.
Nothing you can do about that.
You swing down and it goes between the kobolds. Dernan.
Could I just take a disadvantage shot at the ones attacking Sirash?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll just shoot a disadvantage crossbow at them and stay where I'm at. No, 7 plus 1 is only an 8.
Yeah, I have a +1 this time.
+1 for crossbow.
He has +1 for the attacks because the +2 proficiency -1 dexterity. And the cultist is just going to look up confused, and now there's 2 cultists standing there. He doesn't know which one attacked him. So half-orc, you're in trouble because I don't know which cultist is bad and which cultist is good. But that is a 7, so
Okay.
I love this game so much. Zaya.
I'm gonna try to hit the cultist again.
Okay.
Okay, maybe. Does a 14 hit?
Yes. 14 does.
Another D10 damage. Why did I put it away? That is a total of 6 points of damage.
Yep. He dead.
Yay! I got it, guys.
Kobolds saw that you did this time, so one of them is going to attack you,
That's fine. Call me Cultist Slayer.
which is a 10. Does that hit?
No.
Attacking Sarosh for a 17.
No, it'll ping off my shield.
And the other one on Sarosh is a 21.
That'll hit.
Which brings that's 4 damage.
Ow.
And Sorrow.
Can I get next to all of the
Yes.
kobolds that are left?
Yep, and I'll start my con checks.
Yep.
Four on the one that attacked Zaya, and then a 19 and a 14 on the 2 that attacked Sarosh.
All right. So the one that got a 4 will take damage, and will take 2 points of damage.
2 points. Okay, that one's still alive. Anything else?
I am done.
Sarosh.
Is the kobold that attacked me still upright, or
Yep.
I probably have smoke in my eyes and I'm coughing, That's why that's how I'm gonna justify my nightmare that one. Is I'm just kind of hacking up along. Is all of this smoke is kind of coming in my face and I just inhale and like. I don't even care. I'm just whatever I see that's little and squirming. I'm swinging at.
Okay, swing away.
7 plus 7, 14.
14, that hits.
D6. 4 plus 5, 9.
Yep. These guys have 5 health, remember.
Oh.
This is...
I think
these
that's
are,
why I think that's why I got cocky and was just kicking him last time.
yeah, because I remember Sorrow sort of in the middle of like 4 of them did that magnificent cantrip, which I just love, and killed them all.
I'm done.
Dannon.
Yay! I will try another disadvantage shot at another kobold that I can see.
The one attacking Zaya or the one attacking Srush?
I would say whichever's closer. I'll take closest target. So which one do you think's closer?
We'll say Zaya's one because she's been attacking at range when she got in.
Here goes. Duck Zaya! Hey, highest roll was a 15 plus 1, 16.
And your lowest roll?
Oh, that's the lowest one. The highest one was a 17 plus 1.
Okay, so you hit this kobold. We'll get some
Yeah.
damage.
D8 minus 1.
You have a good chance of getting a kill here.
I'm going to try a different dice, see if it works. No! 1 point of damage.
You should have swapped dice. The other one killed
I
someone.
should not have
before.
switched dice. 1 point. And it's really, I rolled a 1 minus a 1, but you always do at least 1 point of damage. So 1 point of damage. That
So
sucks.
sad. Zaya.
How bad is this kobold in front of me looking?
Well, he just had a crossbow bolt go through his ear, so he lost a bit of his ear. Like he's looking less than 50%, but that's not hard to do.
Okay. I'll attack it. Does not hit. There's too much smoke going on. I mean, does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Oh, too much smoke going on. Can't see shit, man.
This is the end of us.
This is the end. Kobold with no ear is going to attack you, Zaya. I'm pretty certain if it rolls a 2, a 6 is not going to hit you.
No.
And
Oh,
Sirash, a 15 does not hit you.
No.
Cesaro, am I just rolling con saves?
Oh, it's my turn? Yes, have them roll con saves, please.
12 and an 8.
Got to describe it for our audience, though. What are you doing?
All right.
Tell them what you're doing.
Once again, the moonlight bursts out from Sorrow as her tattoo on her forehead glows bright silver. And she does 4 points of radiant moonlight damage as she holds her hands up to the sky and the moon.
4 points.
4 points.
We will say that you killed the 2 kobolds because it's the guys. Sirash will finish it.
One of these days, the kobolds will realize that they're worshiping the wrong gods. We should clear this back door.
Back door is cleared of people. Are you trying to get into said building?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
Are we knocking?
No.
Hello.
It's your friendly neighborhood cultist.
No, I'm just gonna bulldoze into the door and try and slam it open.
Okay, can I get a strength check then?
16 plus 5, 21.
Yep, you managed to easily just... Yep, that door is off its hinges right now. So as you...
Now I have a tower shield.
No.
What do
No.
we see when the door gets busted in? What's going on inside the building?
So as you enter the temple, you notice there is 8 villagers huddled in the middle of this temple. All near panic has arisen. There's a little scream when they hear the door break down.
Quickly, we need to get to the keep.
And a half orc and 2 cultists walk in the back door.
I'll take off my mask.
So will Sorrow.
Can I get a persuasion check from someone to try and...
Uh,
Really? Come with us. We're the good
No,
guys.
I'll roll.
Really?
I walked in and was talking to them. I'll roll. So
Okay.
It'll be all on me.
Okay.
Maybe someone else should roll it.
Okay.
4 plus 0.
Sorrow has her hands in the air and she says, "We have come to save you. We've come to save you. We were sent by your leadership to bring you back." I'm gonna roll. Oh Lord, God. I got a total of 5.
No.
This is amazing. Okay, so this group of villagers are moving closer towards the front door, which right now you can see there are cracks large enough for people to see through.
Oh, we have to go.
I'm gonna tell them we have to go now, please. We just want to take you to the keep. We're not.
Can I run in, the gnome?
If you want.
I'm like, I run in. It's all right. They're not real. We're pretending. Look, they would never have a gnome. Look at me. Look how unthreatening I am. Let's go.
I really
You want
want
me to roll?
You want me to roll? I'll roll.
Yeah.
to. Yep, this is going to be amazing. One time.
Is it
Persuasion.
you want me to roll,
Persuasion.
persuasion. Hey, I got a +0 to that one.
I have a +3. I don't know why you guys didn't let me talk.
Whenever Zaya goes to talk, somebody else just buts in.
18 plus 0.
Oh my god.
I was
From
the
the
first
gnome.
one in. That's why I was like, I burst in and was saying, "Hey, we need to get you to safety."
As the gnome barges in and starts going, they wouldn't keep me around. You see the group look at each other like, yeah, you wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. No, let's follow him.
Please follow the gnome.
Like,
Vernon, you're in charge.
so what's the plan?
Get to the keep.
Sorrow said to get them away
Yeah.
from this building to another building they could hide in. So I lead them out the doorway and I look for some other faraway building I can take them to that won't drag us into the wandering patrolling mob.
Okay, so so you're leading the way.
And I'm like telling them to stay quiet and move quickly.
Another crashing sound coming from the front door. This time you see the door is sagging at the hinges.
We're moving and we're moving.
Run.
Safe to assume one more hit will be enough to break this door down.
Okay, let's go, guys. Everybody. Airport like.
And as we all go out the back door, when the last person goes out the back door, Sarah's gonna look back over her shoulder and thaumaturgy the door shut. She doesn't even stop to close it.
I don't think there is a door. I don't think there is a back door.
Oh
anymore.
yeah, you broke it. Never mind. Just run.
Can you light things on fire inside as you guys are leaving? Because that will cover our escape.
Yeah, I'll start throwing firebolts everywhere to light the
No,
place up.
I will stop you from doing that.
Oh.
This is still a holy place.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna get
can rebuild.
worse. We can rebuild.
Yes, but there's no sense in being the good guys if we're destroying their holy places.
Front door gets smashed
Okay.
open.
We're leaving anyways.
We're leaving. We're ready. We're talking and walking.
Run.
You're trying to light stuff on fire, and he's like, nope, nope. Front door crashes in. Let's
Yeah, no,
see.
I was out the back door already.
Okay, they notice the back door is missing. Because the half-orc broke it down and is carrying it around.
I'm not actually carrying it around.
Oh.
just joking.
Maybe it was a temple to a fire god. You never know. It could have been.
Okay, so Can I get who is leading the group? Who wants to do the survival check?
Arnon, he's the one who's.
Okay, can I get
Yeah,
a
I'm up front.
survival check with advantage?
Okay. -1. So with advantage, the highest roll is a 16. -1 is a 15.
That's not bad.
15. Okay, you managed to avoid the patrols, get the group back to your tunnel, get the tunnel open, everyone back into the keep.
Whew.
And you just
Close the
saved
door
everyone.
behind us.
Yeah, lock the door behind us.
Okay.
Well, that was exciting.
I find a corner to pass out in as I am exhaustedly tired.
Yeah, I am tired. I tire.
Okay, so what if we take this time to, I know we were a little bit late for our little break, but now everyone's back in the keep. I'm assuming you are going to be wanting a short rest.
Please, Salune.
So while your
Long
characters have a short, do you want a long rest and just screw the rest of the town? Oh, fuck it, we saved people.
I want.
Go on.
During the short rest, I actually want to take some time to cook us a short snack.
Alright. So while your characters have a quick short rest, we will have a quick short break so people can get a drink, go to the restroom, or whatever they need. And then when we get back, we will finish off saving said green nest. Or just
Or
give up on
die.
them.
Awesome.
Okay, doke. So we will be back shortly.
think so.
Right?
And we're back. Okay, so everyone's finished their short rest, correct?
Yes, I got 10 hit points back.
You healed, whatever.
I am actually proficient in cooked utensils, so when I cook during a short rest, you heal 1 additional hit point per hit die you use.
Oh,
That's
I'm
Here's-
awesome.
actually burning a hit die as well, though.
here's
What did-
more
what
than
did,
just a
what
pretty
did
face.
Suresh make for us?
Probably just like cut up vegetables, like just something kind of quick and easy to kind of munch on.
I was gonna say now you're making me hungry.
I know.
Damn. Screw you, Suresh. Now we're all hungry.
He whips up some stir fry.
And
Oh,
I,
so good.
you know, part of the reason why I picked the background is because I really just wanted to have a character that was a cook. Like I just wanted that to be part of the character.
I love it. I'm never going to take create food and water because I want Suresh to cook in every expedition.
No good berries.
No good berries here.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, while you are all sitting down having a nice little vegetable snack, you hear from the darkness outside, you hear someone yelling out towards the keep.
Who
Yeah.
is this?
So are you going to have a look like to the top of the walls to have a look out?
I think Sarah would be curious. She'll go.
Definitely. What are they saying? Or you said they're shouting something.
Yes. So initially, while you can't see anything, you're just hearing someone yelling out "Defenders of Greenest," trying to get everyone's attention. So for those that have moved up to the top of the wall to look out, you notice that a creature strides into the dim light of the dying fires around the keep. Although it is in the shape roughly like a human, it is at least 7 feet tall, and its skin is covered in blue scales. Its fingers bear wicked claws, and its face has the muzzle and reptilian eyes of a dragon. The creature stops about 80 yards from the main gate of the keep and scans the walls, while a line of kobolds fan out behind it with their spears. They prod 4 human prisoners into the dim light, which you can make out. That one is a woman, and there's a teenage boy in a blood-soaked tunic and 2 children. Then the blue dragon type person yells out, "This has been a successful night and I am feeling generous. Do you see these 4 pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need for them, so I will trade them back to you. In return, I want you to send out your best warrior to fight me in an honorable one-on-one combat."
I'm gonna yell out, "I will fight you."
Okay.
But in a joking voice, Durnan says, "But he asked for the most noble of warriors." No, I'm just kidding. Go get him, sir.
No, he didn't. He said strong.
Okay. Sorrow, you would notice that one of the defenders in the keep, when the prisoners were pushed forward, recognized the prisoners. And Sergeant Mark Guth, why do they make the word so hard to say? Yells out that is his sister and her children. And he is more than ready to rush out to battle with the half-dragon.
I am going to interpose myself between him and the gate and say, "No, you don't want to react in emotion. My friend is willing to go, and Suresh, this is what you want to do?
Yes, I am very strong.
We will bring your family back inside the gate, my friend, But if you are emotional about this, then you are not in a good headspace to fight this creature. And I don't think your family wants to lose you.
Okay, he looks at Sarash and pleads for you to just make sure you bring them back.
Oh, he's just sending them back just for me going out, wasn't it? Or
Well, he
For the
says it's going to
fight.
be honorable, but
No matter the outcome of the fight, if it's an honorable fight, he has said that he will release the family.
Sorrow is going to look at Suresh and say, in an honorable fight, everyone's allowed a second. I'll accompany you if you'll let me.
he also said 1-on-1.
I'll stand back, but I'm there in case they do anything that is not honorable.
Okay.
I have you covered from the walls of the castle.
Yes, sir. You're muted if you're gonna.
It just said same.
Oh,
From the walls of the-
same.
Sorry.
This can't be up here.
Yeah,
Hey,
you got this.
So Sorrow's going to keep her mace at her hip, and she's going to have her shield over her back, and she's going to walk kind of a step behind Suresh as he goes outside and follow with him.
okay. So Governor Nighthill
I'm like
orders.
taking off my bag and my shields and axes and stuff. I'm just going out with my great axe and armor.
Orders his soldiers to stay inside the keep.
You're not taking your shield?
No, I'm just taking my two-hander, my great axe.
And they open up the door for you.
And we badass power walk outside the gates.
Get
A little bit of traumaturgy.
Yep. I make the ground shake a little. I like make like sounds like behind us, like boom, boom, like thunder.
Okay, everyone who can see this, can I get you to do either a nature or an arcana check?
Nature or arcana. I have.
Everybody, or just the two on the gate?
Everyone who can see the
17
I've got a 21 for both.
for arcana because nature is -1.
14 plus 0.
Okay, for those who got higher than a 15 on either of those checks, you would recognize from descriptions that this creature is a half dragon. So, different to a dragonborn. I have uploaded the picture in the Discord chat so you can picture the gentleman. I will work on making it so I can upload these pictures onto the overlay quite easily for people. So those in chat
I
can
just want to
see.
say that Durnan rolled an 11, but in Arcana I get a +5.
Like I said,
Yes!
you're smart. You're just not dexterous. Anything
That was a
physical.
16, and I recognize it as a half dragon.
Can I send a message to Sarash and let him know what this is?
Yes.
If he's within 120 feet of me, I can see him. Well, I don't think I have to see him, just in their general direction.
I think if you're familiar, you don't need to see.
Yeah, it's just in general direction. Sorry. Yeah, I will let you know that this thing is a half dragon, different from a dragonborn.
And
Just imagining this thing 7 feet tall. Whew.
and you would see on him, Siraj, that he's holding a spear in one hand, but he also has a greatsword, which he can use. And those who achieved in the check of 15 or higher would know that even with the half dragons, they also have the breath ability like a dragon.
I will let him know that as well.
Sorrow will make sure not to stand in a straight line with Suresh, just in case. Like, she sort of moves a couple feet to one side, but keeps walking like badass.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay, so the half dragon, who I'm not even going to attempt his name.
Oh, come on.
Type it out. Type it out.
Type it out. We'll do
Okay,
it.
fine.
I'm sure
Langdedrosa. I'm going to put it in the actual Discord chat. I mean, stream chat. His full name for you.
Oh, I'll walk out.
Langdedrosa?
Face him.
Yeah, Langdedrosa.
Tell him now. Let the humans.
Cyan Wrath.
Okay. So Langdedrosa, you see him like just crack his body because I needed to stretch myself so he can as well. He looks at the two which stepped forward and he asks, "Who am I fighting?"
Sorrow will step back and let Sarash be up ahead. Like she sort of gives us a low bow to Sarash, and then stands with her hand on the hilt of her mace and just staring down at the half dragon.
I'll just kind of let my great axe slide so the weight of the axe actually just kind of comes down and smacks on the ground.
Okay. He's like, "Here's the terms. I will release the 3 children now. My kobolds will stand guard over the woman. If anyone interferes in this fight, for example," and he looks up at everyone on top of the keep wall, "if any of the archers let fly at him or the kobolds, I will kill her straight away." He points at Sorrow and goes, "If you step forward or try and help your friend in any way, I will kill the woman."
Sorrow smiles and says, I think I need to help Sarash. He's a great warrior.
Regardless of who wins, the woman will be released when the fight is over. And the victor will be the one that is left standing. We will then leave and cause you no more harm tonight. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Well, they need to let the children go first.
Okay, he'll let the children go while we roll initiative. Multitasking.
Yep, Sorrow will gently guide them and point them toward the keep and say, Run, it's all right, your mother will be safe, go.
I have 13, and for me, that's a really high initiative roll.
Don't worry. Old mate.
I don't tend to roll really good on initiative.
Old mate got an 11. He's just gonna say, "You can have first swing."
Okay, I will just pick up my great axe and charge at him.
Okay. Let's go.
9 plus 7, 16.
16 does not hit.
What kind of... is he wearing armor?
Splint.
Shit.
Like, he does a very graceful duck and dodge of this axe. Like, it's actually quite beautiful to those watching. Like, dude's an evil half dragon, but he moves with the grace of a ballerina. It's really weird because he is 7 foot tall. Okay, anything else?
No, I've got nothing else. I just one trick pony at the moment.
Okay.
It is so one.
This is really not a fight you are expected to win. I'm just letting you know now.
Yeah, but it's still one that my character would take. Like,
Yeah.
it's very...
Don't worry.
I mean, my thing is... What is it?
My character didn't
Very-
kill
very-
me. My DM killed me.
Very headstrong, sometimes bordering on arrogant. He's very proud of his strength. He's very confident.
He looks at you and goes, "I'll show you how it's done." And he goes to attack with his spear. But it was a bit cocky, and that's only a 12 to hit.
You're just gonna whiff all night.
But as he
I like to
misses,
think Sarash does the same move that he did to dodge it.
but he has multi-attack, so he gets to attack again with the spear.
Shit.
This time it's a dirty 20.
But
So as Sarash mimics his graceful movement, Langdedrosa spins around and from behind, just jabs the spear back and hits where he knows Sarash will be standing, because that's where he would land in that movement as well. And then that is... Oh, look, there's a dog as well. Oh, that is max damage he rolled. So that is 10 piercing damage. You're down.
Yeah, I only had 9 hit points after my short rest.
Don't you have your half orcish?
No, I used it because the kobolds got crits on me.
Oh, that's right.
So, no, I'm out.
How are we supposed to fight a half dragon at level 1?
This is just a thing. He's actually really disappointed in you, to be honest.
I'm really disappointed in me, to be honest, too. I mean, to be fair.
You see Sorrow, like, she wants to run forward, but she's holding her ground because she looks at the woman, and so she doesn't move because she was told not to, but she's just, like, her mouth agape, like...
Okay. He's just going to twist the spear a bit as you're on the ground and lift it up. Looks at everyone and goes, "That was your best. Pathetic." Pushes Sarash off the end of his spear, turns around, tells the kobolds to release the woman, and just starts walking off.
As soon as she's free, I'm going to run to Sarash, and I cast Spare the Dying on him to stop him from bleeding out.
Okay.
And I just stare after this half dragon, and you see, like, Sorrow just has this angry, like, just expression on her face.
And Lady Drosa, as he walks past the kobolds, every so often, 2 of them would turn around and start following him. So people are always just keeping an eye on everyone until the last 2 turn and they just walk out. Lady Drosa in front, in the file of 2 kobolds behind him.
I yell to the woman, "Go back in the keep, send out some people to carry Sarash back in. He isn't dead."
As this, you see the sun start rising as they're carrying Sarash back inside the keep. And that is the end of episode 1. So,
Disappointing finale.
it was meant to be more exciting, to be honest.
Pat him on the shoulder. It was like it was a good try. You'll get him next time. You'll have another.
I think I'm still unconscious technically.
Yeah, I'll just talk to you as if
They had healers and all that, so they would have given you, at least made you conscious again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. The guard whose sister and nieces and nephews were come up and thanks you. Like, he's waiting on your hand and foot. He's doing everything he can to help you get better.
Good job saving that family. I tell him.
I was still, my eyes still hurt from that fire.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Sarash, don't feel bad about that. Unfortunately, we had a long night already. Had you been at your best, look at that creature. He probably spent his entire time tonight just sitting and being waited on by those little kobolds. So he was completely fresh for the fight. Do you think he put any effort into the raid on this town? He probably just stands back and lets everyone else do his dirty work. The next time you meet him, you'll take him out. I'm sure of it.
I need no excuses. I can respect his strength.
I think that he just got lucky this time.
A good fight's a good fight.
Good fight's a quick fight.
Next time.
Boom. That went a lot quicker than I thought it would, to be honest. I thought maybe we had a couple of rounds.
So looking out, though, the sun comes up. So do we see them actually leaving the village, like
Yes.
following him away? So this raid is at an end.
This raid is at an end.
How bad does the village look looking out from the keep?
It could be a lot worse, to be honest. Like,
Okay.
you saved and prevented a lot of stuff from going down. So the temple still standing, broken doors, no fire, you know. The mill still good. You look around at all the villages inside, and there is at least, with the tunnel and getting reports now from Red of how many people ended up like waiting outside the tunnel while you had your short rest and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You have saved at least 50 plus people with your actions tonight.
Not a bad night's work, friends.
Governor Nighthill walks up to you and
I have the puncture wounds to prove it.
offers like the nice rooms in this keep for you to have a rest.
I'm very tired.
You just rest, let us worry about checking on all the damages and everything. You have done more than enough. More than I could have ever asked for someone to do who doesn't. Like, you don't even live here.
Can you see all the way through the hole?
Wow, that hole. Yes, you can actually see out the other side, Suresh.
Governor Nihil just pinches the bridge of his
Spear wound
nose.
buddy. We have matching spear wounds now.
Twinsies!
I think that you'll have a very epic scar that you can tell tales about from here on out.
You don't tell tales of defeat.
Hey.
So, you find out if Sorrow goes to like get a nice room where she can rest. If she sees any like of the regular villagers kind of like resting elsewhere that isn't as nice, she'll escort them into the room with the nice bed and stuff, and you find her curled up in her sleeping like blanket in a corner somewhere because she doesn't want to have them not have the better bed.
Okay. No, like, it's just vacant in here. Like, people know how nice you are, so they don't really want to give you the chance of being nice.
Oh.
Like, they want you to take the comfy bed, have the good rest.
What is
I'm
it?
making toys and gadgets or pieces that look like they're going to go together into something much bigger.
Yep.
But as I lay it out on the floor, it's not quite, can't quite tell what it's going to be yet, but it almost seems like maybe I'm making a turtle shell of some sort and some other things, but I'm still working on the pieces as I use little bits and bobs that I find.
Okay. So, you are having... Yeah, go on.
Are there like the room? Is there like a balcony or a lot of windows or?
There's a balcony if you want to look out at the town.
No, I'm just not. Not that it's a big point, but I'm not that comfortable inside large buildings. I grew up in a tribe up north, like a lot of moving around, small tents and stuff, but I'm not comfortable in large buildings all the time. So if to rest, I probably will sleep on the balcony or have all of the windows open so I can at least see outside.
Okay. So you have your long rest.
Yay!
Between this week and next week, you will have leveled up to level 2. Even though it should be more if it wasn't the milestone thing, but I don't care. Then, so you slept pretty much most of that day. You got up for a bit of food, then went back to sleep that night, working on your turtle, just helping out around town, doing whatever you do. Sarash, you're trying to get over the fact that that guy dropped you in one attack.
Technically, it was 2.
Yeah, that's true too.
It was still
No,
one
I mean,
fluid movement. Like, he looks like he missed, but then continued spinning around and had the spear ready for when he landed. Like, it was...
I'm probably not that concerned about losing, but I probably am replaying in my head over and over again, like what I could have done differently, kind of thing. I think as a barbarian, I respect strength, and I can respect that he was stronger and more capable than I was. So I'm not gonna like put too much thought into the fact that I lost. It sucks, and I'm not happy with it. But I am still gonna probably play that fight over and over in my head just to kind of analyze it.
Okay. So in the warm light of the following day, after you've had your rest and everything, Governor Nighthill and the other leaders come up to you and explain that they've had a meeting and decided they want to know exactly who was behind the attack and why this town was targeted. Their scouts have reported that the raiders retreated towards the southeast, and their trail is easy to spot. They would send their own people, but they still have a lot which they need to fix in this town. And so he's asking if he pays you 250 gold pieces each, would you please go try and find these people? Find out where their camp is located, how many raiders there are, who their leaders are, what's motivating these attacks, and where they plan to strike next. And if somehow you find valuables that were stolen from this town and could return them, we will do our best to arrange a reward based on what's left in the town treasury to compensate you for going above and beyond. But admittedly, we still need to keep some here to survive.
I can't speak for everyone. I'm more than happy to help. I don't need your coin.
I agree with Sarash. I also am willing to help.
Me as well. I was already going after them anyway.
You're muted.
I will gladly take the 250 gold to help this town out.
Can I have theirs too?
I need to buy parts.
Along with the 250 gold, when you return, that is, and he looks at Dernan, like, when you return, we can pay you that. But for now, we can give you each a standard health potion. Our alchemists have been working on while you rested.
That is much appreciated. You never know when those will come in handy. Right, Zaya?
They look away from you like.
To be fair, Savrash's been dropped twice. Thank you very much.
But I mean, I gave her one of the
Yeah.
potions. And one of my potions.
Which Zaya's very grateful that you did.
I realized with the ability to take kind of short rests, second wind is really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I was just getting that chance to short rest it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any other gear or supplies you're after? Because the town has managed to open a little bit.
I think I have everything that I need. Is there anything else the rest of you can think of that we might want to take? I have my cultist robe that I'm going to take with me and my mask.
Yeah, I'm taking that with me, but I can't really wear armor or anything. I have those weapons I'm proficient at, so I'm good.
I take out of my pouch a small little made from wood and carved from wood. Hopefully I'm not muted. Okay, frog. So it's like a little toad and a frog and maybe like a tree frog. 3 different ones, and I hand each one of you one, and I say, when you tap on this, it will make a bird sound. So I whistled and put a bird sound into it. So now if we're ever, like we were in the farmhouse and we wanted to have a secret kind of our own little password or our own little, hey, it's me, you can just tap this and we'll know that it's you coming through the door, or it's you that. It's one of us. So you three will have that, and I can make the whistle myself. So it's like a little wooden frog that each one of you can get. You get.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
That's from my magical tinkering ability that I get at first level.
That is pretty cool.
That is outstanding.
If everybody's leaving, I would like to talk to the head leader of the village, the mayor, I guess.
Governor Nighthill.
Governor Nighthill.
Okay.
And I will ask him, is there any reason you would think they would attack you? Any secrets that this town keeps?
None to my knowledge, unless one of the people beneath me is doing something
And they
devious.
still have 2 prisoners, right?
No. They killed the first one.
And about the guard, do they have the guard?
They were both
One from
cultists.
the mill.
One from the mill.
One from the cult was a cultist.
Yeah,
Cultist.
they had a accident coming back to the king. Like, these guys have been killing their... No, they got all the information they could from the first one, and then that one had an accident, and the second one, they're not very good soldiers, okay? They're just...
Oh,
They're
Can I
angry townspeople that wanted vengeance.
I would like to refill my bolts if I could, so I'm back up to the 20.
Okay, yep, they'll give you your bolts, so you have your 20.
I'll do the same.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
I will look at them like without blinking for like a little bit.
He's just straight up like very sincere. It's like, I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I'm paying you 250 gold pieces each to find out why. Like, would I offer that much money if I knew? Be
I
like,
believe
ha ha ha, we're evil. Like,
I believe you. And they'll turn around and leave.
yeah, so as you go to leave, an injured monk approaches your wall from the little first aid tent. He pushes off a cleric so they can get up and limps over to you and says, I hear that you intend to follow the raiders and see where they've gone. I'd like nothing better to come with you, but in this condition, I would just slow you down. In the midst of all this tragedy, there's no reason you would have heard about the fate of my master, Leosian Erlenthal. But it's important you know. He is a monk from Burdusk. He disappeared last night after he fought a particularly savage battle against the raiders. A few others and I fought our way to the keep, but Leosin didn't make it at all. We went back this morning to look for him, but all we found was his broken staff and this choker which he always wore.
Yeah, and I'm a friend of Leosin.
Oh, you know him?
I was coming to this village to meet him.
Oh no.
I owed him a debt of favor. He saved me at one point. Many years back.
And you suspect he was taken by the cultist?
Yes, well, he's been investigating these raiders for months, and I fear that he might have tried to infiltrate their group when they retreated. Or worse, was captured and carried away as a prisoner. No one understands these bandits better than he does, and his knowledge will be invaluable against them. So
And
please...
Vernon, you've seen him?
Yeah, I know him.
Okay.
I'll know him when I see him, and if they have him, we should definitely rescue him if we can.
Yes. Well, the good thing is if you recognize him and he's infiltrated them, we'll know not to attack him. And otherwise, we can try to save him.
And we could infiltrate as cultists, because that's been working well for us.
Yeah, they haven't been too bright so far.
Yeah, so we sent off one of...
Bigger cultists.
One of my brothers has already departed for Burdusk to bring back help, but it will be many days before he returns with help. So anything you can do before then would be a godsend.
What was Burdusk?
Burdusk is the town where the monks are from.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'll let this finish up because I forgot to ask the dude a question.
We can still say you're with Nighthill if you want.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll let this play out. So if you guys are gonna do anything else,
I asked the monk, is there anything else that we need to know about Leozin besides that he was taken? He knows a lot about these cultists. He either went willingly or he went against his will.
Well, we were on our way back from the Great Library at Candlekeep, where Leosin was consulting the librarians and researching ancient writings on dragon folklore, specifically dragon cults.
Dragon cult.
Yes.
Interesting.
Dragon it where?
No, dragon, like with wings
I know,
and
I'm
breathe.
joking.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Hmm.
Durnan chuckles at the joke.
I really want to give you disadvantage for that, but
No, it was good.
you take 1d4
Alright.
psychic damage for that.
I
She's unconscious again. No.
Well, before we head out, I'm gonna go and spend a little time in prayer to my goddess to prepare myself for the journey.
The monk will offer to hand the choker, which is just braided leather neckband with a silver dragon design chased into the leather, and offers it to Durnan, because you did say you were meant to meet this monk, correct? So he
So
will.
he hands me a what? I'll write it down. In my
It's just the choker the monk wore.
We will try and find your friend.
Thank you. And he.
Oh, you're darn.
Oh, my name. Did you want his name?
Sure.
Nassim Waladra. Sort of reckon I should just name people stuff like Greg more often.
I spell that terribly, but
Nassim.
I'll be sure he receives this, and if he's alive, we'll bring him back.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I don't have anything which I can offer, but
I owe him a debt, so there is no payment required.
the knowledge he has will probably be worth more than any amount of gold I could provide you. Zooming over to Zaya. What are we discussing with Governor Nighthill?
I just wanted to ask them because I know my friend got taken, but if they knew of my friend, an half-elf named Talus, if they had been here before.
Half-elf named Talus. Personally, I haven't, but I don't speak to every visitor which comes in, unless, of course, we're all trapped in a keep because a dragon's attacking. I can ask around and try and find what information I can for when you return, but off the top of them, impossible.
If possible.
Oh, I'm like,
No,
nothing's impossible.
No.
Yes, I will ask around. I will get my people to make sure that any news at all we will have for when you get back.
You would have my gratitudes. And then they'll leave. Because, I forgot that.
Okay.
And I'll meet up with the rest of the
Anything else you want to get done before you disperse and to go?
While Sorrow goes off and finds a quiet place by herself, she takes her shield and she sets it so that the front of it's facing her, and it's got the 2 eyes and the 7 silver stars around the eyes. And she sits a little ways away from it, cross-legged, sort of staring at it. And she does her prayers, and then staring at the eyes, she can't help but think back to the half-dragon the night before, and she can't forget the eyes, and she just sort of just stares there for a while until she picks up her shield, and kind of walks back, sort of deeply in thought about this. So she's just kind of haunted by the eyes of this half dragon.
Okay. Anything else you would like to get done before departing? If there's nothing else, I think we will call this a day. Seems a nice little place. Plus, you can all get to level 2 in case something happens on your trip.
Yay!
We'll just go through sign-offs where people can find you and all that. We'll start off with Solution.
Yeah, my name is Sir Lucian. Welcome everybody to the game. You can find me at, if you were watching my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Sir Lucian. I host a lot of games where I'm a dungeon master for 5e campaigns. I also play a lot of Numenera, a lot of all kinds of RPGs. I play them all because I love them so much. You can also see any of the videos you miss live stream. You can see them on YouTube at youtube.com/Sir Lucian. Lucien. I know some people spell it with an AN. And then if you want to check me out on Twitter, just send messages. I like interacting with people. It's at Sir Lucian Gaming, all one word, and you can find me out there. Don't miss our Saturday morning D&D show with Jordan. The PH is silent. We do a really good roundup of all the D&D news on Saturday mornings, and we do shout outs and we talk about Kickstarters and rules and games that we run. So it's a really fun show. So definitely swing by 12 p.m. Eastern if you want to check that out as I bump my mic. Thanks, Barry. You're doing a great job DMing, and this party is fantastic to play with so far. So I'm really loving the game.
So far.
So far, it could change.
It's like
You
killer.
never know. They could let me down a day or two from now. No, I don't. Everything's great.
Looking at you, Zaya. Looking at you. Okay, Jeanette.
Hi, I'm Jeanette. You can find me over on Twitter at jebriggs79. And I also run some games over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/uncanny_adventures. I've got a D&D 5e game that'll be this Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. That's we're doing the Skull and Shackles campaign for Pathfinder, but I converted it to 5e. And we just had our first session 2 weeks ago. And then every other Monday, so not this coming Monday, but the next one, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we do Call of Cthulhu, and we're doing an Old West game called The Wretched West. And we're kind of, maybe a few episodes out from wrapping it up, but things are starting to ramp up a little. And then you can find me on Saturdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time on Power Square RPG. I'm playing in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and it's a pretty good time, so you check it out. And I think that's all I've got going on right now.
Okay, and Rotu.
I'm short and sweet. I'm Arc Devil Rotu. I lose to half dragons, and I'm on Twitter. I don't do. I play here, and I mean poke around on different channels and stuff, but I don't really have Twitch or do much. So I just enjoy playing, or whatever, talking on Twitter.
And Alessa.
Hello, I am Alessa Vamp. You can find me on Twitter with the same name, but with 2 P's. I play over on Saturdays, which is my main game, Plot Hunters. We're playing Waterdeep, and I play a half-bro barbarian named Alina. And we do giveaways, so if you want to come by, get a chance to win some dice. And on Thursdays I do this, and most Wednesdays it seems I'm always playing a one shot or other at the Indoor Adventurers channel. Check them out; they're pretty awesome. And some Sundays I play over at Sir Scraticus because they have a community D&D game for Shadows of Arachnica, where I play what do I play? I play a Druid Centaur, and she's pretty cool. And you can find me on Twitter, like I said. I post nerdy things. I post whenever I'm playing one shot or my game. And yeah, I like interacting with people. So if you want to come and say hi, say hi.
You
Sir
made
Stalwart.
Yes,
by the way.
Sir Stalwart.
I mixed up 2 channels. It's Sir Stalwart or
Scraticus.
on Sundays. I mixed up Scraticus Academy because I played with them once, and Stalwart. So Sir Stalwart. There we go.
Both are great channels, though.
Oh no.
They are both great channels.
Scraticus is where I first played D&D. and we ended the world by destroying time. It's just what you do. Yeah. Okay, and I am Dammit Barry. You can find me here Thursdays running this game. In the future, on Wednesdays, we will be running the...
Ghost of Salt Marsh.
Yes, I should know that when that comes out. So that comes out on the 21st of May. Our first session will be the 22nd of May. But leading up to it, I am looking at doing some one-on-one adventures with the players on how they got to where they start and became who they are. Sundays, I'm normally on Sir Stalwarts in that Ravnica campaign as the best sheriff in town.
It's debatable.
At least my faction doesn't lose control of my people.
I'm not. My faction's fine.
Okay, whatever you say.
Action
And
fight.
Selesnya
They were playing
Conclave.
Magic the Gathering right after this. Get your deck ready. Here we go.
Selesnya
Planeswalkers.
Conclave's just a cult, okay?
Listen, we're pretty cool. We got a pretty big army. Just to let you know,
Yeah.
don't fuck with us.
I'm a cobbler.
You are. That's amazing. And on Twitter, I have been streaming some Elder Scrolls Online, but then I did slice my finger at work last night, and it's hard to use a keyboard properly. But I am also in the process of learning how to make this into a podcast so people can listen to it on their phones or wherever people listen to podcasts once I work out how to do that. And yeah, thank you for stopping by. The donations, I don't know, just being here. Thank you to the players for putting up with my crap and for not dying and resigning to the fact that after all this, you're only level 2.
I try very hard at dying.
I try very hard to not kill you. Obviously.
I make it very difficult.
But yes, thank you everyone, and hopefully see most, if not all, of you next week.
Yes.
So
We're good.
bye-bye.
Bye.